Okay, so technically this could be an episode. This would be like 105, 106. A lot of you are always like, Luke, this episode 104. I get all the numbers confused all the time. But here in Costa Rica, I want to say hello. My name is Luke from Lukelifecharms. For all of you who are new around here, I've gotten so many questions about what is needed to come to Costa Rica, or I want to come to Costa Rica. What is it like in Costa Rica? What do we need to get in Costa Rica? So in this video, I hope that you can understand the process of coming into Costa Rica right now, because it's much different than any other place that I've been to, I think ever, to get in, especially right now. I'm recording this also in July 21st of 2021, and we got here on the 13th of July of 2021. So first of all, to get into here, so what you need to know before you get in is you have to do some stuff before you come in. I'm not sure if the PCR test, for example, you need to get in, but I know you have to fill out a health certificate to come in here. There's like a health passport, I believe it's called, that Costa Rica has that you need to fill out. There's a guy who we got all our information from. I'll link his video below because he did a great job and it really helped us out. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the new updated experience for us through my lens of perception. So you need to fill out this health passport to get in. And on top of that, you also need a health insurance. I tell you, whenever I'm traveling the world, I use World Nomads. I swear by World Nomads. I've never had to use them, thank God, but I always have used them because a lot of the health insurances you have to book before you leave your country of origin to your destination. World Nomads doesn't require that. You could do it anywhere. But what I did learn is that there's two that are really required here in Costa Rica that they really are familiar with. So you don't get any questions. They're familiar. Most people have it when they come here, so they see it and they're like, okay, cool. And that's really just to cover you against any kind of health issues. And it has to be covered up to $100,000. Now, we booked it for 2 months of the insurance here, and that was for two people, and that cost us about $230, $250 for 2 months for two people of insurance. And if you're American watching this, that's more than people pay even for 1 month of insurance for one person, or that's a lot less than you pay for one person. So I thought it was an amazing deal, and it covers you for a lot of other things. And if you have a World Nomads insurance, you can still use that on top of everything. So you have to fill out that health passport certificate before you come here. And the second thing you must do is have that health insurance. That is something that's super important. Coming to Costa Rica right now, it's kind of like rainy season. One thing that I've realized coming here, and I'll make a separate video on, are the prices. The prices here, people have always been asking me, a lot of people have been riding with me since Bali and way before then, but people are like, what are the prices compared to Bali? It's more expensive, first of all. It's a lot more expensive than I thought. For example, to give you a very easy example, we're staying in like a villa right now. This is costing us, normally it's like $900 US a week for the place that we're in. They did give us a little deal. I love negotiating with people. It's $900 a week for this place, where compared to Bali, in the biggest villa that we had, 3 bedrooms, full-time staff, a pool, a hot tub, security 24 hours, cook, a chef, everything was around like $1,500 for the month. So just to give you guys a little bit of context. Now, I do negotiate the deals, so they are more expensive normally, but I found it more expensive. We started in San Jose, which is the big city, and I guess it's kind of like a story time. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update of what it's like for you all who are trying to come here. I wish I knew to bring a dry bag. That's one thing I wish I knew before I came here, because it rains a lot. But I realized that the prices were expensive when it came to transportation though. For example, just a little 7-minute ride from our hotel to the center of San Jose when we were staying there was about $15 US. And compared to having lived in Bali 18 months, it was $100 to rent the scooter for the month. And I had one of the nicest scooters you could rent. So it is a little bit expensive if you're comparing it to that. The food prices seem a little bit high as well. I believe that Costa Rica is the #2 most expensive Central Latin American country. But it does seem, it seems even for me, like it does seem high. For example, to come from San Jose to Puerto Viejo, where I'm currently at right now, where the vlogs will be out soon for it, don't worry. But to come to Puerto Viejo, this was a 4.5-hour taxi ride, and that 4.5-hour taxi ride was $250. And the bus took a really long time, and that was something just to kind of keep in mind. The average, even staying in hostels, I'm not staying in hostels now, but looking at the prices of hostels, they're about $30, $40 a night, compared to like traveling in Europe. If you guys have been with me, and I've shared with you, during the off season of traveling is like $7 you can find a place to stay in Barcelona. During the peak season, $30, $40 depending on where you go. So Costa Rica, it ranks pretty high. I think honestly, if you put me in a small town in France, I could probably live for cheaper than I could here. This is just an observation from what I've seen. But I do know that people are asking me how is the energy of the people and everything. I'm trying to give you guys just a big mush up of what you need to know before you come to Costa Rica. The people are super friendly. The people are super friendly. The vibe is just really chill. I'm in Puerto Viejo right now, so everything is just like pura vida. And pura vida means like pure life. And if you don't know anything before you come to Costa Rica, the one thing you should know before you come to Costa Rica, before you start to learn Spanish, learn the words pura vida. Pura vida. That means pure life, but it means everything to the people here in Costa Rica. It means hello. It means goodbye. It means thank you. It means you're welcome. It means yes. It means no. It means everything. Just pura vida. When you see someone, pura vida. And actually, to say that, I actually have a, there we go, pura vida, hope you can see that. And so that was, it's a very friendly feeling. And when you say it to the local people, they almost are just like, pura vida. They're like so surprised that we know this, especially if you're not from here. So I found that really, really comforting. The people seem super friendly and nice here. They want to help. In Puerto Viejo, it's a little bit different. We're going to be going to the other side of the island. Thanks so much to you all's suggestions. But I just was thinking the video that I needed to see before I came here, this is everything that I create is always for that younger version of myself, or not even younger version, but the version of me that is not the version I am now. And I wish I knew that it was super chill. It was super relaxed. If you don't speak Spanish, it will be okay. There's people who speak English. They're super kind and friendly. And even if you don't speak English, when people are kind, it makes you feel more open, and you'll try. You'll do more charades. Like, I need to eat some food, like a plantain or banana or apple. Like, they're more patient, and you feel more welcomed here. So that was one thing that I really noticed. One of the things that people say, now I do speak Spanish, but one of the things I hear people say is like the language barrier is why they've never come here, even though it's very beautiful and lush and green and it's easy to breathe. The one thing that I've realized when it comes to language, and maybe I'll make a separate video on this too, is, you know, I've traveled kind of all over the world. I mean, I speak probably 3 or 4 languages fluently, but I know so much about other languages. One of the most important things, and I'll make it another video, is learn how to say like I want, I need, I have, where is. Like these basic things, and learn how to sort of say the word thing. Like, because you can just point and say this thing. And that's something that's an important word to know. But more importantly, think about in the city that you live in. The city you live in, or the city you're in right now. Think about if I told you to put your headphones on and wear a mask all day and don't talk to anyone. Could you make it through the day? You could. Because you could point, you know what, you can still have your eyesight, you can see. So when it comes to language barrier, don't let that always hold you back from experiences, because you can always do that. I know people where I live who walk around with their headphones on. I know people, there's this guy who used to come in the cafe in Bali where I lived at. He always had his sunglasses and headphones. I never heard him say another word. I don't know if he spoke English or not. He'd point to the menu, sit down. People go their whole days without speaking or listening to anyone. So don't let the language barrier stop you, because the people are so kind here. When it came to the prices of things, like I say, I'll make another separate video on the prices here in Costa Rica. I find that in the supermarket, it is a little bit, from what I can remember, because I've lived in Bali the last 18 months just for context. And before that, I lived in France for the last 7 years. It's cheaper in France for me at the supermarket than it is here, but that's going to the main supermarket. Most of the locals, I've realized, they go to the little marts, the little shops on the corners, the little outdoor fruit markets, and there you get the really good deals. Of course, the coconuts are more expensive here than Bali, and peanut butter is more expensive than America. But if you kind of eat what the locals eat, as soon as your eyes go to like what is like there's a high tax on things that are imported here. So when you look at, not saying I do this, but if you look at like the Oreos and peanut butter, they're like twice as high because they're brought in here. But if you just shift your eyes to the right and you look at what the locals eat, the beans, all that kind of stuff, those are back down to prices of what you'd expect here. So that's kind of what I wish I knew before I came to Costa Rica. Anything else? I don't know. I just thought of this video because I was sitting here and we're actually going to be traveling today. That's why our room is a mess. And I just was kind of thinking, like, what's some things that people should know before they came here? When it comes to masks, it's very, I don't know what the rules are 100%. I know in the stores you do, but outside, like I haven't seen people really wear that. So that's what I feel about that. Everyone's really chill. The people are just really laid back. If you guys come to Puerto Viejo is not really my kind of town. I can say that. You'll see in the vlogs that are coming up. Puerto Viejo is more like a chill beach vibe. Take your time, relax, life is good. That's cool, but I'm more of like, yo, I need to talk to some people. How are we gonna solve the problems in the world? That's kind of how my brain works. So I kind of went inward here, creating, as you guys know, there's a very amazing platform I've created for all of you guys to really thrive during this time period. And it should be out hopefully in a few days. Things are still being recorded and put on there every single day to help you guys so you guys can thrive and start to take control of your own life, your own finances, your own health. It'll be totally free and so much content is going to be on there. It's going to be amazing. But that's something that I wish I knew before to come to Costa Rica. Come here, relax, enjoy, pura vida, and yeah. Make sure you fill out that health passport, that health insurance. And I think other than that, you need to have a return flight when you come. But they didn't ask us about that really. They didn't ask to see any paperwork. They just asked us like, when are you leaving? And we're like, I think in like a month or two. And we just brought a flight, like a cheap flight just in case they needed to see something. Of course, we'll leave within the time period, but we didn't know where at that time because it's kind of like last minute. But that's kind of it. A lot of places, when you come here to stay, we've found a little bit of like, it's been a little bit difficult finding places to stay. I don't know if there's like a Costa Rican site. Maybe someone from Costa Rica can leave a link down below of where you find, like, what's the Airbnb here, because we found it like a little bit of a struggle, like looking on TripAdvisor and everything. Airbnb seemed to be the easiest way to book places. Because it wasn't really organized. Some places we went and it was like, they said they were full, but we go there and no one's even there, the gate's locked, which is kind of normal now. I guess a lot of places where there's no tourists, people have just taken their offers off of the sites. But that was a little bit of a struggle trying to find a place. Now, that depends where you are. Just here in Puerto Viejo was a little bit more difficult. There's probably an easier way. Of course, there's always an easier way. If someone could leave a comment on that, that'd be amazing. And on that note, just wanted to drop in, say hello. Hope you guys are doing great. And yeah, see you guys in the vlog, I don't know, maybe later today or tomorrow. I've been just chilling. I've been just really relaxing and adjusting. A lot different from where I've come from coming from Bali and here, and so many things have going on. But I want to make this out because make this video because so many of you have asked me about what's it like in Costa Rica, what do we need to know before coming to Costa Rica. If I had to throw a budget in there, like what would a budget be coming to Costa Rica? If you could live on like $600 a month in Bali, like here, like $1,800, it's like double, I'd say, as a very baseline, just making it kind of budget, in my opinion. So, I mean, there's probably easier ways or maybe more, but in my opinion, that's what I would recommend. And on that, enjoy your trip. If you're coming here to Costa Rica, if you thought about it, drop me a comment. Any other videos you want to see on here, let me know. You can hear the rain. It's rainy season. And yeah, hasta luego. Muchas gracias por estar aquí y come here with me. And thank you for watching. I was trying to think of a cool way to end it in español, pero no sé. Pero muchas gracias a todos y pura vida. And remember to work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile. Ciao.